In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the ISBLANK function in Excel. To get started, open Microsoft Excel and create or open a worksheet where you want to test whether certain cells are empty. The ISBLANK function is a simple but very useful tool when you need to identify missing information in a spreadsheet. Here's what this function does. ISBLANK checks whether a cell is completely empty. If the cell has nothing in it at all, Excel returns true. If the cell contains anything, such as text, a number, a formula, or even just a single space, the function returns false. The syntax is very simple. Equals ISBLANK, followed by the cell reference in parentheses. In other words, you're telling Excel which cell you want to test. For this example, use a small sample table with names in one column and email entries in the next column. Some rows have an email value while other rows are blank. This is a practical example because it shows how ISBLANK can help you quickly spot missing data in a list. Now let's use the recommended method to check if a cell is blank. First, enter the sample data into your worksheet, starting in cell A2. Place the names in column A and the email values in column B, leaving the appropriate email cells empty where needed. Next, click on cell C2. This is where you'll place the formula result. Type the formula equals ISBLANK, open parenthesis B2, close parenthesis, and then press Enter. Excel will immediately check cell B2 and return either true or false, depending on whether that email cell is empty. If B2 contains an email address, the result will be false, because the cell is not blank. If the referenced cell has no content at all, the result will be true. This makes it very easy to review your data without checking each cell manually. Once the first formula is working, drag the fill handle down through the remaining rows in column C. This copies the formula and updates each row automatically, so Excel checks each corresponding email cell in column B. After filling the formula down, you'll see a clear pattern. Rows with email addresses return false, and rows with empty email cells return true. That gives you a quick and reliable way to identify missing entries in your spreadsheet. One important tip to remember is that a cell may look empty but still return false if it contains a hidden space or a formula. So if a result seems unexpected, click the cell and check whether anything is stored there. And that's how to use the ISBLANK function in Excel to test whether cells are truly empty.